this very special one on the Commonwealth Games. 100 days to go. As you can see behind me, PV Sindhu's Olympic jersey. It will be a massive games for India for several reasons actually, because you know what, this is a special CWG because it's just 2 years before Paris. 100 days to go, we will get a realistic idea as to where Indian sport is at this point in time. Yes, we are aware that shooting's not there. We are aware that Hockey India has taken a call, maybe they will not send the team. We are aware of all these things, but there are still several sports which will have a lot of attention because of the fact that Tokyo was such a great games for India, with the PMO getting in, the political class getting in, lots of support coming our athletes' way. So clearly, there will be a lot of interest in the CWG. It is in Birmingham. England, summer, everyone will want to travel. Multidiscipline games are a flavor of the season at this point in time. So Commonwealth Games with 100 days to go, one must admit that the flavor this time round will be more than what it has been maybe 4 years earlier. Again, we will get a realistic estimate as to where Indian Olympic sport is ahead of the Paris Olympics of 2024. Some of the things I will look forward to majorly. Obviously, Rev Sports will be in Birmingham. We will do a lot of stuff out of Birmingham. Birmingham, great for Indian food, a lot of culture. We will get you a lot of travel. Those are the cultural side of the games. But in terms of preparation, I am told it's ready. Birmingham is ready. The facilities are top draw. So in terms of preparation, one of the most important things for any mega event in the lead up is, are you ready or not? We've seen what had happened with Delhi in 2010. Glasgow was beautiful. 2014, they were ready months in advance. So keep that in mind. So several games, we have seen this happen. Whether a country or a city is ready or not defines the quality of the games. Mega event, jackpot or burden. Now coming to Indian sport. One of the most important sports that I will have my attention on is women's cricket. First time women's cricket in the CWG. There will be a lot of interest. Make no mistake, it's a kind of a mini World Cup. If you see almost all the teams, the Caribbean islands, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, England, India, Pakistan, every one of these countries will be represented. And because it's a T20 format, obviously Australia and the rest, that is the kind of norm now in women's cricket in the world. They are just too good. But to get a medal in a multi-discipline games, India's World Cup campaign was underwhelming. So you will want to get it back on track. So in that sense, the women's T20 domestic competition is on as we speak. We've seen the stars, Harmanpreet, Shafali, Jemima, all of them starting to perform, Deepti. So we will want them to perform. Indian women's cricket back in groove as far as the CWG is concerned, because from there on they will power on for maybe the next World Cup. And this can be the starting point for other, cricket's entry into the Olympic Games at some point in time as well. Coming to athletics, one of the most important disciplines as far as the CWG is concerned, we will all have our eye. We will have our eye on a Shaili Singh. Clearly we have interviewed Shaili Singh in the past along with Anju Bobby George. They were debating whether to go for the World Championship or the CWG, and there will be a lot of interest as far as Shaili, because we saw Shaili in that Junior World Championship. She was brilliant, 6.59. So there's a lot of interest there as far as Shaili Singh, and 2 years down the line, if she does well in a mega event at the senior level, what will be her chances come Paris? That will be something very, very interesting. Neeraj Chopra, obviously the poster boy of Indian sport, of Indian athletics, with that Tokyo gold. Every one of us will be focused on Neeraj Chopra, what he does. Clearly, he has started, he's sort of back to training, back to full steam, back to full gear. So athletics, something we will have an eye on. Somebody like an Avinash Sable. Some of these athletes who have done extremely well in the lead up, we will have our eyes on. Coming to boxing, we will have our eyes on the Indian boxers. Again, Tokyo was not the greatest stage for Indian boxing, but in Thailand and Amit Fangal, a recent spate of medals have come from the Thailand boxing competition. A lot of pedigreed boxers have made a bit of a comeback. So we will want to see that. Except Lavlina, nobody had won a medal in Tokyo. Indian boxers would want to redeem that come the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. So for boxing, the stage will be big. Again, shooting will not be there, so that is a sport that India will be missing. It is also not there in the next games, so clearly shooting is losing out, and that's where a lot of Indian medal count will come down, which will have to be made up from other sports. Wrestling, big sport for India. Again, Tokyo, we got Ravi to win a medal, we got the silver, we got Bajrang's bronze. Deepak came very close. Can the wrestlers do it again come the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham? Can they win a bag full of medals to propel India in the top 4 of the medal rankings? Because obviously with an Australia, with an England, with a Canada, you will have stiff competition there. I will be interested in seeing the swimming events also. I will be interested in the table tennis events, because you've seen what Manika Batra and Satyan, the Indian table tennis stars have done extremely well in recent times. So there are these competitions which all of us will have our eye on. Because again, in the water sports, India has done well. We've got some new entrants. For example, in Tokyo, we had Bhavani do extremely well in fencing. Newer sports are opening up in the Indian sporting horizon. Professionalism is coming in. Obviously, Hockey India has taken a particular stand as far as the CWG is concerned. So we've got to keep that in mind. Overall, again I say, athletics, boxing, wrestling, water sports, swimming, badminton with PV Sindhu, the trials are on soon. A lot of our players did. Laksha Sen did brilliantly well. Some of the top men's stars have lost form. Laksha has filled that void in the world stage. Can we go one step in doubles with the Indian pair there? So a lot of interest will also revolve around Indian badminton come the CWG. That's what it is like. 100 days to go, preparations on, trials on, despite the IPL. Clearly there's a lot of interest, and as I said, we will be there in Birmingham bringing you all the action. So the build up with 100 days to go, just under 100 days to go to be honest, has started, and we will continue from here on for this particular edition of the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham.